Hello fellow pilots, I'm Japan and this is another episode of Let's Fly Conquest, and today I'm gonna fly in JL-1A-37. It's a Chinese light fighter at tier 8. A very interesting machine. It's currently available in premium store for real money of course, but there's a huge bundle with this plane. So we have 15,000 gold, we have equipment, we have pilot with 8 skills, and if you already have this plane, there is actually a compensation, and it's gonna be over 8,000 gold if you already have this plane. So it's very interesting, very fair offer. And the question is this plane is worth of your money? Is it really good or is it really bad? So that's what I'm gonna try to answer today. My voice is a bit changed, but as you can hear, I'm gonna come back to my old voice in some time, but yeah, unfortunately actually. But anyway, let's get into it. JL-1A-37, tier 8 light fighter with one 37mm cannon and two 23mm cannons. And we have these cannons with different range. So those two 20mm cannons, they have range 800 meters, which is very good range, and 37mm cannon have only 620 meters of range. So it's very important for this plane to have weapons group assigned to different buttons. So basically you can use separately those two 23mm cannons you can use separately from the 37mm cannon, so you don't have to overheat that 37 when you're firing at enemy at long range. Base maneuverability is 12.3 seconds average turn time, so it's pretty bad. Obviously this is not maneuverable light fighter. We have however very good speed, 850 km/h base and 950 in a dive. Stall speed is 200, and we have very good altitude performance. We have 2200 optimum altitude, and we have very good rate of climb, which is almost 160 meters per second. So we can use that as a boom and zoom light fighter with heavy weaponry, and that's what basically I'm gonna try to use in here and try to fight. We also have aerodynamic brakes, which is rare at tier 8, and we can use them to slow down quickly, specifically useful in some two-circle fights with more or less the same maneuverable light fighters. On this map, as you can see, I'm playing very standard tactics, so I'm going for the airbase, and in here I can see that on this enemy factory there's some problem. The enemy didn't manage to take over that quick enough, so I have a chance now to stop enemy from taking over this factory. I'm taking the airbase. This is main thing for me, because if something's go wrong here, I can always switch my plane for bomber and take over this factory quickly. I don't have to stay in a light fighter in order to win the game, so sometimes it's very important to change the plane in that kind of situation where your team doesn't have any bomber. It's worth to sacrifice yourself, even if you like flying light fighters. Sometimes for the win you will have to switch that. Of course, unless you don't care about win rate. So anyway, as you can see, I deal with those enemies here very quickly thanks to this powerful armament, and that's the biggest strength of this plane. So this 37 and 223mm cannons are very good. Now I'm looking for a ground target to... oh, there we go, there's the opportunity. Yeah, so there's the main building just to finish off, and you can we can actually quickly flip over that mining plant. Now, okay, so we have this mining plant. Enemy is trying to take over mining plant, which is close to our rest point, so it's quite interesting. So I guess I'm gonna focus on middle of the map, and then from there I will go for the airbase, enemy airbase. I'm not really gonna focus on my on defending this plant or attacking enemy plant, I guess. No point. Yeah, we'll see how the situation will unfold. And we have the ground attacker player, enemy have the ground attacker player and the bomber, so they have a little bit of advantage in terms of ground pounders, but it's very tempting to stop this bomber, but no, I'm not gonna do it. I focus on sectors which are very sneaky. Okay, and that's the biggest threat for me now. This 209A, this is the biggest problem for me. I have to surprise him now. That would be the best option. So I'm focusing on sectors which are good for light fighters. I'm not gonna do the bomber or ground attacker job. So see, I have to quickly take over this airbase now, because when I take out this 209, yeah, so the guy is definitely going to after me right after there's opportunity, low HP, air defense. So the guy gonna come back to me as quick as possible as soon as he gonna be reborn on this airbase. If not on this airbase, then yeah, very good. So I can use the repair here. But anyway, that's basic psychology. Like, everyone wants to get revenge, and most of the players will come back to you and try to get revenge. So with 209, I would have to use two-circle fight to have a chance of winning a dogfight, because that's the problem. That kind of plane is... Oh, there he is. That's the biggest problem for JL. Those planes which are high altitude, fast, light fighters. Specific like this, maneuverable also. So not very successful head-on, but there you go, you have two-circle fight now. Clearly not winning. We try to disengage, maybe we're gonna drag him here. Not with this critical damage. I would try to crash trap him, but that's not gonna probably work. Did work. This is good. That's gold. Anyway, maybe that's not a very experienced pilot. I'm pretty sure that if that would be a very good experienced pilot, that he would get me killed much earlier. Basically 209 have advantage over the JL. However, I mean, this one is not specialized, the enemy is not specialized, so maybe not that much advantage, if any. There was definitely my poor aiming skills was there, like in this head-on. I didn't really did enough damage. He was much better in that head-on. Yeah, so I switched the airfields because I saw those two planes here, so I could contribute to defending here, and yeah, we're clearly winning, so it's a very easy game for me. Just a little bit more of the personal score I can do, and that will be it. But as you see, planes like 209 are extremely difficult to overcome in a dogfight. Now, game is almost finished, so I can do crazy shit. Anyway, yeah, so in terms of light fighters like Spitfires and other like slow or not even flying at high altitude, this is easy. Then we control the situation, we attack them, we can get back to our altitude and so on. But when we meet with the plane like 209, that's where the trouble starts, yeah. And actually not many players actually fly those German Messerschmitt and Tier-8, so that's good for us, but in general, even the Mustangs will be deadly for this plane, because Mustang is fast and more maneuverable, and also high altitude light fighter, yeah. So we don't have this advantage that we can escape, we can outclimb. We cannot do that. We have to go into two-circle fight and try to use our main advantage, which is firepower. So 37mm and two 23mm cannons. But as you saw, it's not always work, so you have to be careful. And basically, making long story short, this plane is fun to play, I like it, but it's very difficult to play. It's not for the beginners. You have to be able to use this altitude, this speed, not get into any turn fight which you cannot win. Very often you have to focus on capturing sectors, not on dogfights. You have to be fully aware of what's going on the map and go for the sectors, go for the capture points. Dogfights are not the main thing for this plane. Definitely, like you can do the surprise attack, okay, but you're not looking for dogfights, you're looking for capturing sectors, and you're pretty fast all over the map. You can move pretty fast, so you can use that. However, the cruise speed is very low on this plane, so that's a little bit of the problem. We have very good top speed but very low cruise speed, so basically to achieve the top speed we use basically our full boost. So consumable like extra engine cooling, this is like must have for this plane. I didn't mention anything about my build, so I say it now. It's just mixed build. I have the gas turbine, I have the light power unit, light wings, and obviously culminator and bolt carriers for the guns. This is must have also for this plane because those guns overheat too quickly. 37mm cannon overheat too quickly. We wouldn't be able to do serious damage if we would have something else instead, so definitely bolt carriers must have. And this mixed build allowed me to still have very good speed and extra maneuverability, which is very useful specifically in those dogfights with this more or less the same maneuverable light fighters, or even more maneuverable like 209, but I need this maneuverability for two-circle fight. I need to get back to the head-on quick enough, so that's also very useful. That's why I believe the mix build here is the best. Anyway, as you see, I'm gonna work on this airbase here. We have 2 mining plants, but the airbase is most important. P80, this is the biggest threat for me. P80 is basically more maneuverable, but he play my game and he go head on. He didn't use his maneuverability, and that's why I get my 60 capture points now, and there you go, we have the airbase. So we have very unique plane for serious amount of money, but we get a lot of stuff with this plane, pilot and equipment, and yeah, so that's pretty interesting. As you see, these air brakes are helpful, and you see, in that kind of battle I'm thinking, should I switch to bomber and take over that factory? What's going on there? Like, are we gonna have the factory or not? So in here I'm trying to outclimb this guy. Not needed. He have a tail, yeah. And in the meantime, P8 is coming back to me. I don't have full HP. Well, yeah, well, we kill each other in a ramp, so that's good for me because I was on low HP. So I guess this guy keep going head on, that's good for me. He play my game, I have better firepower, so it's in my favor. Now, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go for this factory, but in a light fighter. I see that there is some plane, and there is what is this? Heavy fighter, yeah, so this guy in heavy fighter, specialized heavy fighter, he's doing some serious damage to my team over there, and that's the reason why we don't have this mining plant, yeah? So I need to go there, I need to help my team, my bombers, to flip over that mining plant. If we're not gonna have that, then we may be in trouble soon. So yeah, gas turbine, light power unit, light wings, that's my mix build, and that's worked for me very well. So first thing first, I need to take out this heavy fighter. That was very risky. Okay, ground attacker is an easy target. Just need to don't need to be greedy. Just make one more circle, and I gonna get him now. And I have mining plant. So now I'm gonna go for the garrison here, and well, my team managed to take over other factories, so things look very good. We're just about to lose the airbase in the middle, but that's okay. I'm gonna come back to the airbase after this garrison. And things look very good for me. Yeah, so I had a couple other games in this plane, but I'm gonna show you these because I pick up the series with the mining plants, because that's the biggest problem for light fighters in general, the bombers and the maps with mining plants, which you cannot take over in most of the cases by yourself. Yeah, I think I'm gonna defend this mining plant. I could go into the middle, Yeah, I go for easy credit now. Yeah. Yeah, so mining plant, because that's the human player, so I'm just gonna stop him, and he is actually having some good result. So I think it's worth to stop him here. Yeah, he's on tail gunner, so that was very risky. Yeah, so basically we're doing this high yo-yo maneuver all the time. We're not doing any flat turn, because if we do any horizontal, any flat turn, then obviously enemy can use the tail gunner. So we have the air domination, that's gonna be a quick battle. So to sum up, this is plane which is powerful, have very good armament, and can have very big impact to the game in the right hands. It's not easy to play. So if you're looking for overpowered plane, easy to play, that's not the one, okay? This is very unique plane, and most of players don't even know how to deal with it, and that's my theory on this. That's why the people going head on, like this P-80 for example in this battle. I'm thinking that those planes are so rarely seen in battle that people don't know nothing about them, and they just don't know, am I gonna be able to outmaneuver that if I go in turn fight? So they don't want to risk that they go in head on, and that's the biggest mistake, because this plane have huge firepower and we win the head-on engagement. So if you're looking for something absolutely unique that no one else have, that's the plane, and then it's worth to buying it, because it's not many Chinese plane at tier 8. Sorry guys for that voice, I'm still a little bit sick, but I definitely get better soon, so you're gonna be able to recognize my voice soon. Okay, that would be it in this video. I hope you like it, found it useful, and if so, please leave a like and subscribe for future content, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I think I'm gonna do a few more missions here. I'm gonna use this mission for... Yeah, there's mission for training, so that's a great opportunity for training if you have 200% more XP for training. But anyway, or maybe I'm too tired for that. Anyway, guys, I hope I help you to answer this question: is this plane worth of buying or not? I leave it with you, and once again, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one. And another intro which is gonna show you how I'm pulling out players on high altitude, how I'm using the high altitude performance of this plane. Enjoy.